What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's been probably 6 months since I've filmed anything. The last few videos were filmed quite a while ago, probably last year sometime. I haven't been doing too much with the car lately, and as a result I haven't been making many videos. But today I got a pretty exciting video. Back into doing some mods on the car. I've acquired some more parts to show you guys, and this lot is the first of it. So here I have a F8X competition M2, whatever I guess you want to call it, brake package. So we've got the 380mm front rotors, 370mm rear rotors, and then the brakes off I think a 2019 M2. Those brakes I actually bought, they were brand new. I sanded them back and painted them in a high temp gold. So they turned out quite nice. I was pretty happy with the job. I'm still yet to put the M decals on it, which I have, and I was going to ceramic coat them. Here I have the Seems Legit Garage F8X Brake Adapter Kit for the E92. Basically you just Loctite it to the caliper. I was going to use Loctite 263 thread locker, follow the instructions on the website. That mounts to the calipers, and then which you mount to the car. I ordered new brake lines from Seems Legit Garage as well, just to replace the ones on the car, just because why not? I guess I'm going all out the full brake kit. So originally when I had the idea to powder coat them, I got the piston seals and everything removed out of the calipers. You can see they're completely gutted, nothing in them. And since I went to that degree, I decided to order some upgraded pistons from Racing Brake. These are the stainless steel pistons, front and rear, with high temp seals in them. They're a blue seal, just for high temp applications. And so yeah, I'm going to be chucking these new pistons with the high temp seals in these calipers. The rear here as well in this packaging, but I'm not going to use it because I'm looking into doing an E92 M3 rear end in the vehicle, which just needs a spacer plate. So I'm probably not going to use this one anymore. In the system, I'm going to be running some Castrol SRF Racing React fluid. This stuff is, I'm yet to try it, and apparently it's amazing fluid. I'm pretty keen to try it out. For front and rear pads, I've decided to go with the Ferodo DS 1.11 pads. It's more of a track orientated pad which can be used on street, and the noise isn't too bad, but yeah, they are a noisier pad. These here are just a brand new set of them, so you can see the part number there. So there's a few other videos coming soon as well. The car is currently quite gutted. I've took the rear seats and everything out, ready for a half cage. Quite a while ago I ordered a half cage, which that's going to take a while to arrive. Lead times are enormous, just with everything that's going on at the moment. I also have a Sparko QRTR fiberglass seat to go in. I got the leather one. Funny story, I ordered the cloth seat originally. They sent me the wrong seat, and the leather one turned up to the doorstep. After having it for a bit, turns out I like the leather one a little bit more, figured it'd suit the car a little bit better. And yeah, I'm still yet to decide on the half cage, whether I paint it gold to match these brakes or just leave it black. But one more part that I also got, which I'll make a video on, is I ordered a Lithium Max Race 10 Plus carbon fiber lithium battery. This thing weighs 4 kilos, 4.2 kilos, and yeah, that's a lot of weight out of the vehicle. Teams it up with the Victron Energy 15 amp charger just to help charge it up faster. When it comes to lithium batteries like this, you just want to try and get the highest amp output charger that you can buy, just so that you're not waiting around forever for your battery to recharge. I guess this package is pretty good for, like, say, time attack or anything. I should never have issues with braking in future. Not that I already do, but yeah. Okay, so I've used the Loctite, and I bought a 8mm impact socket, half-inch socket to fit on my torque wrench, and I bolted these down to 70 foot-pounds of torque, applying the red Loctite. I also put 2 lines on each individual bolt, just so that over time I can check it to see if it's backed out slightly. I've polished and ceramic coated the calipers and put the M decals on, as well as the little brake nipples. Right now I'm putting all the seals in, which they're already in the calipers, so just a little black O-ring. And then I've got the Racing Brake stainless pistons here. As you can see, just a little nice stainless piston, which they've vented on the top to release some heat out of the piston between the pad and stuff. Put a few together over there. To assemble the boots onto your piston rings. It's not too diff. Some people struggle with it. So you stretch it over the piston and then you want to push it down the piston, and you'll see that as you push it, it seats. So you see there, you can see it seated properly, and then just pull it back. And then that's seated nicely. So as you can see with all of them, I've pushed them all down, they've all seated. And then I've got some Permatex Ultra brake parts lubricant. I'm just gonna rub a little bit over the piston and then work its way and push them into the caliper and seat them in all the way. I'll come back when it's finished. Look who's back. Ali's gonna give me a hand to put the front brakes on the car, and then we're just gonna do a full bleed. So yeah, it should probably be like an hour install with Ali's help. And yeah, we're just gonna be working on that. So I decided to take the car out and we're just gonna do it on the driveway just because it's a bit tight in here. I'm gonna put the new little Milwaukee impact to use. Give it a whirl. Right, so we got the wheel off, car's in the air. And we're just trying to get this caliper off and the rotor. Oh man, it's coming out of the middle. Alright guys, so it ended up getting a bit dark, so we had to try and finish it up real quick, so we didn't really end up filming any of the install. But both of the front brakes are done, they're on. Bled the system, and just putting the last wheel on now. Caliper and the rotor are a lot bigger. Looks a lot better. Alright guys, so the install's done. We're going to show you the finished product. I'm pretty happy with the outcome. I just went for a drive to try and bed them in. It's important that you guys bed your brakes in if you're changing the pads, discs, or doing any maintenance on your brakes. Another thing is, do not, when using race pads, slam the brakes when they're cold. It's important that you always try and warm up the pads before you start abusing the system, because if the pad is cold, you'll find that it can deteriorate very quickly opposed to when it's warm or hot. Okay, so that is the fronts. They turned out very nicely. The rotor fills up the whole front of the wheel. But yeah guys, I'm stoked that this thing is starting to get to a point where I'm gonna be able to abuse it more on track. I've done all the maintenance currently, so I just did an oil change, changed the filter, changed my power steering fluid, put new coolant in, had to change things like my brake sensors and the coolant sensor. One thing that I bought and installed while doing the brake install that I didn't show you guys was I bought a brake bypass sensor. So I've got another one here for the rear. I bought it from ECS Tuning. So it's just got the cable coming out the end with some heat shrink on it. My idea of the brake pad wear sensor is basically it'll get to a certain point, it gets worn off that it opens circuits, it sort of breaks the circuit, and in return triggers a fault code saying you need to replace your brake pads. I feel because this doesn't get worn down or anything, it's just a closed loop. So it makes it think that the brake pads are always fine. I don't really want any sensors in there since I'm going to get the pads up to temp on the track, and they've been known to fail in some instances as they melt. But yeah, it's quite a cool little thing. Just bear in mind, if you do buy these, make sure you always check your front brake pads regularly, and so you know what sort of pad life you have left. So I appreciate everyone who's currently subbed to the channel. I haven't been active, and I'm sorry I haven't been delivering content for you guys. But until then, if you guys like watching my content, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.